What's up, you too, man? You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Jahi back with another video. And today, it's not a reaction. I got a video of my opinion on one of my favorite players. A video, I never made a video like this. I talked about him on the drop, news videos. But today, excuse me, man, oh man, today, we are going to be talking about why Russell Westbrook deserves no hate. I'm going to be covering all the positive about Russell Westbrook and what he will be able to bring to the Lakers. We're obviously going to go over both sides somewhat because I don't want to sound biased, but as a fan, I am a little biased. I'm not even going to lie getting into this video. Y'all know how I talk about Russell. Greatest point guard of all time, second greatest point guard of all time. But yeah, let's get into this video. That's a troll, by the way. Do not take that comment seriously. He is not the second best point guard. All right, man. We're going to start off talking about Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Now, Russell on the Thunder, right? He was a good player, obviously, all-star talent. Played with on a great team, though. I will give him that. He played with a great team, so it wasn't all on him. He wasn't carrying. He wasn't the main focus on offense, defense, any of that. But he was a starting point guard over Reggie Jackson, I believe. Yeah. So what he had Perkins, you had Ibaka, you had Steven Adams, Harden, Waiters, Durant, obviously, Cephalosha, Roberson. Man, they were stacked, bro. They were stacked for a while. When Russell Westbrook first got to the Thunder, the first few years, they were nice. They went to the finals in 2012. Played the Miami Heat, and they lost in 5 games. Yeah, they lost in 5 games, and it was the LeBron James and their Heat team. Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron James, all those guys. So it wasn't. I didn't watch that series expecting for them to beat LeBron James their first time in the finals. So, although they did get a game, it wasn't terrible. It was their first time in a very young team, First time, and they're very skilled. I'm not gonna say they were lucky, but they were lucky to have even gotten that far and had the chance to play LeBron James. Because honestly, if it was anybody else, I think they would have won because they went through the West. They ran through the West. So if they could do that, you just run into one of the best players, second best, almost first best player ever. It's hard to just win when you got still Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, 2 other all-time great players, Hall of Famers. So yeah. But yeah, so you had Russell Westbrook then. He was all-star talent. I won't even say all-NBA because he didn't get it that many times then. He wasn't an MVP caliber player, but he was crazy athletic. He would get to the rim. He would get his bucket no matter what. Hustle everywhere. Defense, offense. Still wasn't a shooter then. So, yeah. Russell Westbrook's game been pretty similar throughout his career. But, like I said, his facilitating has gotten better for sure. His ability to allow others to really flourish and prosper. Although, people do like to say he's a ball hog and he plays terrible with other players. But you got players like Kevin Durant, who got multiple scoring titles while playing alongside a ball hog in Russell Westbrook. Although, yes, he does take bad shots at times. It's the negative that people like to point out. People will watch all the negative plays throughout the play where Russell Westbrook makes a mistake, like any player does. It's just his play style. I understand he does take bad threes he shouldn't be taking. He'll take a crazy layup or a stupid mid-range. All players do it, but he doesn't. And people like to point that out and take away from the fact that another person on the field still has gotten open from Russell Westbrook, passing, driving, dishing it, getting open shots for them, and allowing him to be MVP and have multiple scoring titles. So how bad of a ball hog and point guard are you trying to say he is? Now, Kevin Durant's gone. Next chapter of his career, he's got Victor Oladipo. He comes in, he averages 30, 10, and 10. So the man got a scoring title. Yes, year after Kevin Durant left, but he had no team. He had Victor Oladipo was the second best player, and not saying Victor Oladipo's bad. He had Cameron Payne too. Just the same guys without Kevin Durant, James Harden, but they still had Ibaka. Yes, so yeah, they were there. Still did his thing in the regular season, which he always does. He's consistent. I think he puts his effort into everything he does. Russell Westbrook played good. He got there. So they played the Rockets first round, and you guys know James Harden was a animal. James Harden was really flourishing. He actually was the assist leader that year, I think. So before y'all like to talk about James Harden like he ain't been passing the ball, but him on the Rockets, he had Patrick Beverly, Trevor Ariza, Nene, stuff like that. I think Dwight Howard was not on the team. But yeah, that was Clint Capella. So yeah, they were nice. He played a nice Rockets team. Harden, Westbrook about the same level. Honestly, I know y'all have Harden above him, and I don't argue with you there because Harden is amazing, and I'm a big fan of Harden. But yeah, so they lost first round. I didn't expect them to win. There's not enough of a team over there, but Russell Westbrook really got what he wanted, I guess, or what people say he wanted is to be alone, to be able to do whatever he wants in Oklahoma City, and he did that. He got scored, he got all the assists, and he got all the rebounds, and he broke a record, most triple doubles in a season, right? And almost averaged the craziest triple double. He did average the craziest triple double, 30, 10, and 10. Yo, man. And he was still in his prime, still could jump, still could run, still could move, still the fastest player in the NBA. Remember that. Most athletic point guard ever, fastest player in the NBA. So yeah, then move on. You get Carmelo, Paul George. Melo's out of there quickly because he's not working out. He's still trying to play like he is back in New York. The star player wasn't working. Paul George has a good season. Westbrook averages another triple-double. Again, losing the first round. Shouldn't have happened like that. I'm not going to lie. They played who in the first round? They played the Trailblazers. And they lost. Yes, they lost to the Trailblazers. First round that year. First year with Paul George. Paul George comes back, resigns. This year, Paul George has an MVP caliber season alongside Russell Westbrook. He was also one of the leading scorers in the NBA. Russell Westbrook, the ball hog, again, had another player flourish with him who already was having a great career, back in Indiana Pacers, playing LeBron James, and he lost every year. Now he's got another great player next to him, and he almost wins MVP again. He did it before, but now he was even close. He was number 3. He was number 1, I think. He injured his shoulder. They go down. He slows down. His scoring slows down. His whole game is thrown off because he's injured. Now the offense is different. You go into the playoffs. They're not playing the same. Damian Lillard's on one. Trailblazers are on one, and they beat them. So basically, so far, if you guys aren't getting what I'm saying, is Russell Westbrook is, I don't want to say he's a regular season player, but his ability to just always put the hustle in, especially like even when people think it doesn't matter, he will hustle, and he does hustle in the playoffs. But the thing is, the difference is everybody hustles in the playoffs, so it looks different. People are working harder to defend him, and they adjust. And I think that might be a problem with Russ. He doesn't adjust to the adjustment that the defense makes on him in the playoffs. Say this year with the 76ers. We're gonna get into that though. But yeah, so they lose, come back. This is after Paul George's season. He leaves, goes to the Clippers. Russ leaves, and he goes to the Rockets. Plays with his boy James Harden. James Harden averages the most points of his career. Understand me? Most points of his career. He does this alongside Russell Westbrook, who also had one of the best seasons of his career shooting wise, and just consistency and not what is it? Efficiency. One of the most efficient seasons he's ever had. Obviously, COVID happens, stops the season. He catches COVID, he gets an injury. They go into the bubble for the playoffs. He's not the same. They beat the Thunder first round, Chris Paul's Thunder, and they play the Lakers second round. They lose. They lose in 5, I believe. Now, Russell Westbrook did play bad, but that series I don't want to hold against him because of his injury and because of the COVID. You came months of not playing basketball professionally, not playing basketball on a team and all that, to just hopping on the court, playing the best team in the NBA right now, the best player right now. It's not the easiest way to come back. So, although, hey, regular season, if they were still having a regular season, I think it would have been a better fight. I think they would have at least won 2 games, maybe taking it 6. 7 is a stretch. But yeah, next season, Oh yeah, Harden, high scoring. Yeah, he was an MVP caliber player, MVP conversation, alongside a ball hog. Didn't average a triple double, but he had very good averages. He did what he needed to do. They played small ball, so it was a whole new system with Mike D'Antoni. I didn't really like it, but they were winning, so I can't really hate. He goes to Washington, D.C. this year, my city. I didn't get to see a single game because COVID, and I wasn't going to go to any game where it was too many people. So he plays with Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal, they start off slow to the season. Bottom of the East, way low down there. They heat up. They get better. They pick up some big men. Alex Len, Gafford, I believe, because what's his name got injured. Thomas Bryant got injured. Everybody starts playing better. Hachimura, Beal averages the most of his career. Another second in the NBA in scoring after Steph Curry this year, alongside Russell Westbrook, who averaged another triple-double with the most rebounds of his career. And he also breaks Oscar Robertson's triple-double record. Russell Westbrook had another great season alongside another great player who also flourished right next to him. And they come in, they play the 76ers, I believe, were number 1 seed. And they lose. Now, do I think the 76ers are good? No. Do I think they're better than the Washington Wizards? Of course I do, because they sucked. Like Alex Len, Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford would play defense. He was nice. He wasn't nice. He was a good role player. He was not stopping Joel Embiid any day of his life. Ben Simmons, we know Ben Simmons. But yeah, I mean, Russell Westbrook did play bad as well. I looked at it. Wasn't fun to watch. Like I said before, he needs to learn to adjust in the playoffs. When it's really like, I understand he's going to put his effort in. He will, no matter what. But I want him to work on his adjustment in game or throughout a series so he can get over the defense that's stopping him or figuring out how to stop him, because they might think it's easier. Like, oh, now we're going to try, because this is when it really matters, even though he thinks it always matters, and it does always matter. And he proves that. But everybody else cares in the playoffs too. So that's what's got to change, Russ. That's your mindset. That's your work. I know you work. I want to say work ethic, but the way you go about the playoffs needs to change. Because you can, if you play as hard and think as well, and think even have a better mindset in the playoffs the way you do in the regular season, y'all could really go far, especially with the Lakers, bro. So basically, what I think is with the Lakers, you got him and LeBron James. Just LeBron James posted a picture with him today. They was working out in the gym. LeBron James will be playing more off-ball-ish. Russell Westbrook is the facilitator, and he's going to start. He's not coming off the bench. I don't know where y'all might have got that from. He's going to facilitate. He's going to start. He's going to, how do I say? He's not going to be scoring. I don't even think he's going to be averaging 25 or 20. 18 to 20 is what I think he'll average. 18, 7 and 7 might be his averages this year. I think LeBron James is going to be doing similar to what was happening in Miami. And I think it'll be, except for the Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis will not be shooting off ball. He will be playing the 5. I think Carmelo Anthony shooting a lot of off ball. Ariza. You got Malik Monk probably going to be starting. I'm not starting Horton Tucker, or not Malik Monk, Kendrick Nunn. I like Kendrick Nunn starting at shooting guard, because he did a real nice rookie year down in Miami. So I think him and the Lakers, bro, although it's hard for them to lose because it's straight star power, I want to see him do well. I want him to prove people wrong. Although he can win, and it could not be on him, and he still continue to say the same thing, but I want him to win and make a huge impact. I want him to go out there and drop 41 game in the playoffs. Drop 40 against the Clippers. Drop 40 against the Nuggets. Drop 40 against it's another team. The Rockets. Beat the Nets. Sweep them in the regular season. I want to see that, man. I know they can do that. And I know he can do it. I know Russell Westbrook can perform like that. As a longtime fan of Russell Westbrook, who does nothing more but enjoy him play fantastic. I went to a Wizards-Rockets game. First time they played in D.C. We went to 150. Russell Westbrook dropped a 30-point triple-double. Beal had 50. I think Harden had 60, bro. One of the best basketball games I've ever been to. I saw 3, one of my favorite players, bro. All at once. It was crazy. Yeah, man, that's all I had to say about Russell Westbrook and why he deserves no hate. I talked about the negative. I talked about the positive. You guys comment down below. Am I wrong? A lot of you going to say I was wrong. A lot of you like to be funny about when I talk about Russell Westbrook. But it's cool, man, because I'm going to be a fan no matter what. I'm a supporter. I'm a Russell Westbrook fan, bro, because he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? He's crazy. He's tough. He's tough. I think he's the most entertaining basketball player that I've watched, because outside of LeBron James, Kevin Durant, he's the most entertaining. Steph Curry too, man. That top 3 is crazy right now. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you think of Russell Westbrook. If I was wrong, if I was right, any points I missed, any points I made that were incorrect, let me know. It's your boy Jahi. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm out. Hey, I know y'all see this, man. So go ahead, like, press that subscribe button, press that notification bell, and make sure you come back for another video.